Learning how to embrace your feminine energy is one of the best decisions you can make in your life. And I'm about to spill all the tea on how you can do it. There's nothing more feminine than being confident in how you look. Embracing your unique body, your features, your hair, that alone just screams confidence. And confidence is a huge part of being super feminine. The best way to look more feminine is to improve your appearance.
I have exactly 24 hours to glow up and look like the hottest version of myself. So today we're gonna do an in-depth, budget-friendly, at-home glow up. There's no better feeling than taking out your hair and taking off your makeup at the end of a very long day. So the first thing we're gonna do is get prepared for our everything shower. We're gonna put in our hair oils and exfoliate our scalp with a comb. The amount of stuff that came off my scalp was actually disgusting. In the shower, we're gonna exfoliate, shave, and make sure every inch of our body is clean. Nobody wants yellow teeth, so straight out of the shower, we're gonna put on our teeth whitening strips. My makeup actually never sits right unless I shave my face. The girls with a hairy face understand this. I'm going in with my dermaplaning razor to get rid of any peach fuzz. And then, of course, I'm gonna trim and pluck my eyebrows to make sure they're very crispy. Clothes always look better when you have a tan, and I haven't seen the sun in a hot minute. So next we're gonna self-tan our entire body. Also, I genuinely believe this is the best self-tan I've ever used. White strips are just so uncomfortable, so I'm always excited to take them off. At this point, I'm literally exhausted. It feels like I just ran a marathon. So I'm just gonna give myself a really classic basic blowout. This right here is proof that a blowout can actually completely change the way you look. I don't want to break out from dermaplaning, so I'm gonna do a really good skincare routine. I'm exfoliating my face, and then I'm going in with some castor oil for my brows and lashes. We want to make sure our face matches our body, so I'm mixing in some self-tan with my moisturizer. In the past few weeks, this moisturizer has actually saved my skin. Then I'm putting on the only eye cream that has ever actually brightened my under eyes. And I'm also going to put on a little eye mask for the extra effect. It was definitely a very long, tiring routine, but I promise it's going to be worth it. If you want to wake up as the hottest version of yourself, this is the routine. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
When someone is more in their masculine energy, you can usually tell by the way they walk. They're a lot more stiff in their body. There's not much movement there. But feminine energy is all about flow, movement, and sensuality. The way you walk can completely change how you feel in your body. Start by actually swinging your hips when you walk. This tiny little change has helped me feel so much more embodied in my feminine energy. Try wearing heels when you go out, even tiny kitten heels. Heels naturally force you to engage your core and shift your weight, which creates that beautiful feminine posture and walk.
This is what I need you to imagine when you're walking around in heels. There's a red line of tape that follows you wherever you're going in front of you. And when you're walking, your feet need to be directly on top of that red line, which means it's going to be toe to toe walking in front of the other. Let me show you what I mean. If you're not using the red line theory, when you're walking in heels, your feet look like this. They're literally just going one in front of the other. Like they're not overlapping, you're not following a piece of tape, you're just on two separate patterns, right? You want your feet to come together and be on this piece of tape. So it would look like this. Automatically have movement because I'm crossing my legs together to walk on this piece of imaginary tape, right? That's the number one thing that gives you automatic movement in your hips, in your butt, in your arms, in your body, is walking on this imaginary piece of red tape. The only other thing that you need once you start practicing this red line theory is some confidence. When I go out, I genuinely pretend like I'm on a catwalk. I'm the new bombshell walking into the Love Island villa, okay? It's slow motion, my hair's moving, I look like that. That's what I tell myself, because that's what it is. Like, as soon as you start telling yourself that you're that girl, you look amazing, you feel confident, you look good, you start actually portraying that energy to other people. It's not just in your head, right? So tell yourself that you look good, and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about, okay? This is a girl that's using the red line theory, but she doesn't really have any confidence. She doesn't really know what she's doing. She's putting the practice together, but it's kind of meh, it's kind of boring, whatever. I would like to be that girl, personally, so let me back up and show you what it looks like when I walk, okay? I hope that you can see me from there, because I can't tell, but... yeah. It's that easy. Like, the wind is moving through your hair, your hips are moving, your body's moving, you look amazing. Like, start telling yourself these things. You look good and you feel good internally. And once you do these things, you're gonna be walking like that girl.
Your voice is one of the most powerful tools you have for expressing femininity. I'm not saying you need to speak in a high-pitched baby voice. That's not authentic or attractive. What I mean is being intentional about how you speak. Feminine energy in your voice comes from speaking more slowly, more softly, and more deliberately. This makes you feel instantly feminine.
We need to learn to speak politely. You want to be a classy woman, don't say vulgar things, don't curse, don't say the F word. Instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Excuse me, I'm gonna go to the restroom. Restroom, not pee. Upper lip, not mustache. Underarms, not armpit. Like, there's different ways that you can tweak your language just a little bit that will make you seem so much more educated and classy.
The way you start the morning impacts your whole day. That's why you need to slow down while doing things. Usually in the morning, most of us just rush out the door and start our day, but that always makes you feel scattered and ungrounded. Instead, try following a morning routine that, instead of draining you, actually gives you energy and boosts your confidence and femininity.
This is my perfect, very extra, slightly insane morning routine that I guarantee will make the rest of your day 10 times better, and it'll make you feel more productive and more put together. First, you're gonna wake up, I don't care what time, it doesn't have to be early. Immediately when you wake up, you're gonna make your bed and brush your teeth. Making your bed when you wake up gives you an immediate sense of productivity as you start your day, and if you're not brushing your teeth in the morning, get out. Most importantly, right when you wake up, do not look at your phone. You can check the time, but don't open it, don't look at anything else for 30 minutes. Yes, 30. When you wake up in the morning, your brain is in an alpha wave state, and it's supposed to slowly transition into beta waves as you wake up. But if you're on your phone and scrolling first thing in the morning, then your brain immediately switches from alpha to beta waves instead of it happening slowly and naturally. That immediate switch is going to increase your stress and decrease your productivity and overall mental clarity for the rest of your day. Next, you're going to wash your face with cold water and then do your skincare routine if you have one. This will make you feel really refreshed and just very put together. Next, you're going to move your body for 10 to 15 minutes. Stretching, yoga, whatever you like to do. Getting some form of movement in the morning increases your blood flow and your oxygen flow to your brain muscles. It also releases adrenaline, which helps you improve focus, and it releases dopamine and serotonin, which will improve your mood. Then you're gonna chug some water, and when I say chug, I don't mean sip, I mean chug. This will help boost your metabolism and flush out toxins, obviously hydrate your body. Then you're either gonna journal or meditate, or do both if you feel like it. Both of these will clear your mind and improve your focus, and overall it just sets such a positive tone for the day, especially meditating, and you don't have to do it for a long time. I do either of these for about 5 minutes. Lastly, you're going to eat something healthy and nutritious. If you put junk into your body first thing in the morning, how do you think your body's gonna feel for the rest of the day? By putting something that's bad for you into your body, the rest of the day your body is going to feel worse. And if you put something healthy and nutritious in there, your body's gonna feel a lot better throughout the day. Not to mention, if you eat something with a lot of nutrients, you are fueling your body and giving it what it needs to go about the rest of your day. And that is my very extra, slightly insane morning routine. Please let me know if you try it and how you feel after.
At the end of the day, most of us just sit and scroll on our phones until we fall asleep. But that always makes you wake up feeling drained and unmotivated. So instead, try following a night routine that builds your femininity and self-love.
Here's what I do every single night to make me feel expensive, but really isn't. First, I always take a body shower. I am obsessed with these products, and I cannot imagine going to bed without showering. Are there people out there that don't shower before bed? Let me know. Next, I always do my skincare right after I shower because I want the products to absorb into my skin a few hours before I go to bed. I put on some cute PJs. The key here is soft and comfy. I always need a cup of tea, something calming like lavender. I drink it slowly to let myself unwind. Unlike caffeine in the morning, I drink that so fast. And I always need to watch something I love, a comfort show or a movie I've probably seen 100 times, but screen time at night doesn't count, okay? I always get into bed with a red light with no phone in my room, which just helps me relax. Luxury for me is self-care and the things you do for yourself.
When you overshare every detail of your life, your problems, your relationship drama, your insecurities, it dilutes your feminine mystique. I'm not saying you should be fake or closed off, but there's power in keeping some things private. The most magnetic, feminine women I know have this quality, where they're warm and friendly, but you never quite know everything about them. They listen more than they talk. They ask questions instead of dominating conversations, and they keep their personal business private.
Stop oversharing. We're going to stop doing that. We do not have to feel silence. Be okay in silence. This is something that I've had to learn. It's honestly something I'm still working on because I love to talk. I mean, I'm talking to a camera right now. Nobody's behind this. I just feel like not everybody that you talk to and overshare with has the best of intentions. You never know what they're going to do with that information. It's okay to sit in silence. It's okay to be a little bit awkward. We don't need to overextend ourselves to fill the silence.
This is a big one. Feminine energy is receptive, not aggressive. When you're constantly texting first, planning everything, initiating all the dates, and basically doing all the work in a relationship or situationship, you're operating in masculine energy, and it's exhausting. Here's what I've learned. If a man is interested, he will pursue you. You don't need to chase, convince, or work for his attention. The right person will make it easy. When you stop chasing and start receiving, everything changes. The way you dress has a huge impact on how feminine you feel. Feminine energy isn't about wearing dresses every single day. It's about wearing things that make you feel beautiful, confident, and soft. Start by building a wardrobe with pieces that flatter your body shape and make you feel amazing when you put them on.
How to dress more feminine while I touch up my makeup. The first and most important tip is wearing clothes that aren't so tightly fit. If you're constantly making adjustments to your clothes, that is a sign that you probably shouldn't be wearing it. Your clothes should fit comfortably, so that could mean sizing up from time to time. Instead of focusing on where you're going to buy your clothes, I want you to focus on knowing exactly what items you're going to get. For a more feminine style, I highly recommend investing in some cute cardigans. You can style them in so many different ways, and they effortlessly add a soft and feminine cozy touch to any outfit. The next item on my list is going to be a pair of tailored shorts. They offer a more structured, elevated look, but still feel easy and comfortable enough for everyday wear. They're the perfect way to show some skin without looking too revealing. Maxi skirts are perfect for every day as well. I love that you can dress them up or down and style them in so many different ways. Plus, they're a great option for when you want to feel put together without feeling like putting in a bunch of effort. My last tip is investing in some really cute kitten heels if you haven't already. They offer just the right amount of height and elegance without sacrificing comfort.
Feminine energy is about being receptive and allowing others to support you. When you refuse to ask for help, when you insist on doing everything yourself, when you struggle silently instead of reaching out, that's masculine energy, and it's exhausting. Start small. Ask someone to reach something on a high shelf. Help carry something heavy. Ask for advice when you're stuck on a problem. Let someone open the door for you. The next way to embody more feminine energy is by spending time alone. Take yourself out on a solo date at least once a month. I know you've seen those solo date TikToks. They're popular for a reason. There's something incredibly empowering about enjoying your own company.
The biggest act of self-love is to live for yourself and not for others. Do the things you've always wanted to do, even if you have to do them alone. Go to that art class, listen to your favorite songs on repeat. Go to that movie you've been dying to see. Go on that trip you've been dreaming about. Live, truly live.